So the article starts, as always, here with a bit of description so we know what's going on. And it says, Pat and Laura are at the restaurant. They've made it there. They know where we knew they were going there. Now they're there.
All right. Now, they've ordered their food here. And Pat's going to start our conversation today by saying, is it me, or does our food look different from the pictures we saw on Instagram?
That's always the way. Now, why this phrase, is it me, is quite an interesting one. What it means is, am I wrong? Kind of, am I going crazy? Am I mistaken? So that's what he means. He means, is there something kind of wrong with my brain or eyes? You know, am I completely getting things wrong here?
Yeah. Now, we usually use this phrase followed by an or with another example. So he says, am I crazy? Or is this food different? Is basically what he's saying.
We use this phrase to kind of check with somebody else we're talking to make sure something isn't really strange going. Something really strange isn't going on. But in this case, it's not. Laura says, you're right. Okay. The food is different. She says, these raspberries looked brighter and fresher in the photos. Okay, well, that's kind of fair enough. You know that you should know that photos of food doesn't really look like it. I will put up McDonald's as the best example of McDonald's food in McDonald's adverts and McDonald's in the restaurant. Huge difference.
They look a lot different, that's right.
So here we're talking about raspberries. Now, raspberries are a kind of fruit. They are red berries that generally grow in a little kind of pyramid shape with a lot of small red balls. Now, they are sweet, but they also have a very sharp, kind of almost a sour kind of taste on the tongue. So if you've just had something sweet and you put a raspberry in, you'll go like, ooh, that's a little bit sharp.
Now, you've got me thinking about raspberries now, one of my favorite berries. But let's continue on. What does Laura say? She says, I bet the person who took those photos used Mayfair filter. All right, so this is where we kind of get into our Instagram filters a bit.
Okay.
I will say I did have to look up what a Mayfair filter was.
Oh, good.
Because I don't use Instagram, I had to do a little bit of research and find out kind of what it does to your photo. So the Mayfair filter on Instagram uses a warm pink color to brighten the photo.
Okay.
So if you're taking a picture of something red, it's going to give it more of a red or rosy kind of color.
It'll look brighter, fresher, juicier, and so on.
That's right.
Okay, that would make sense. Then Pat says, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand. Why are you taking all of what's the filters? Why this one? Why will that help? He just doesn't know what's going on. Okay, well,
she's gonna use an example here. She says, let's take the Foodie app for example.
Okay, app, of course, meaning application, one of those software programs you get.
Just like Instagram is an app, so this app is called Foodie.
Okay.
We use the phrase take something for example when we want to give an example of an idea we've just talked about. In the article, Laura wants to show how Foodie app can be used as an example for using filters on food. In an example sentence, we could say, some of the students did really well on the test. Take Edwin, for example. He got 100%.
It's interesting that it's called foodie, because a foodie, this word means usually a person who just really enjoys eating lots of different things and, you know, they travel to places for the food.
That's right.
Not always for the scenery. Foodies just love to eat, really, and go to different places.
Love to learn about different kinds of food, what they taste like. I can't say I'm a foodie. What about you?
Not especially, compared to some other people I know who would describe themselves as. I don't mind eating, but...
I like eating lots of food, and I like lots of food, but I don't go out of my way to try new and different foods. If it's
Not
there,
all the time.
I'll eat it.
Okay, Laura explains a bit more about this Foodie app. She says it has different filters for sushi, fruit, vegetables, you name it. Okay, and we finished that little sentence there with an interesting phrase, you name it. And to explain what it means, let's watch today's video because it's time for our shortcut for you.